All right, you guys, this will be some fun. This is from Tap Out Corner. It's funniest WWE bloopers and botches 2023. Always fun to have some laughs at bloopers, to break down some botches. Just fun being a part of pro wrestling. That's just all
The
there is
funniest
to it.
WWE moments are usually the ones that aren't supposed to happen, like this.
Yes and no.
And now coming right back in and oh!
Somebody was supposed to go over the ropes in that move, and somebody did. There you go with it. No,
The Miz
that happens to anybody. The lost footing ones are like, again, it's a mild laugh, but hardly a botch.
is
It
one of
happens
the
to
best
everybody.
wrestlers on the mic, but even the greats make mistakes. On the final SmackDown before the 2023 Royal Rumble, Austin Theory claimed he would win the 30-man match, but Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods quickly cut him off. Then, The Miz came out and had a word with Theory. The A-lister was laying the verbal smackdown until it got derailed.
Oh, that's unusual because, as he said, got to give Miz credit for that. He's usually really slick on the mic. So I'm wondering what this little brain fart may have been.
There is nothing, and I mean nothing, more dangerous than me with something on my shoulder.
Once we get
Yeah, but that's, you know what though? That's a quality blooper because he's laughing at himself. There's nothing, to me anyway, nothing better you can do in a moment like that than just laugh at yourself. You screwed up. You couldn't come up with a simple word like chip or what. I'm assuming that's what he was going for, but regardless, have a laugh at yourself.
the actual Royal Rumble, this show had its fair share of hiccups. The
Ooh.
first was with the surprise
Shit.
return of Pat McAfee. McAfee was a bit too amped up and nearly fell out of his chair. Thankfully, a production member was there to make the save. Unfortunately, the
Pat.
actual Royal Rumble match suffered a few mishaps too. Kofi Kingston entered at number 4 and lasted for nearly 15 minutes. Kingston had made a name for himself in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, with all those
creative
wild, original, and creative ways of not touching the floor. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's a great angle.
ways to avoid elimination. However, in more recent years, Kofi's creative saves haven't gone according to plan. Kingston was hoping to make up for it with a big save at the 2023 Rumble, but that didn't happen.
Oh,
Gunther blasted
no.
Kofi to the outside, with the plan being for Kingston to land on a chair and avoid elimination. That's not what happened at all. Instead, Kofi took a hard fall to the outside.
Oh,
Are the
shit.
WWE ring ropes made out of banana peel?
That's too. Yeah, but the thing of it is, when you're trying to do things as precise as what Kofi's trying to do there, I mean, you know it's a gamble whether it's going to work or not.
Valkyria, the title opportunity she could have had.
Oh,
Shortly after the 2023 Royal Rumble,
It
the
happens.
Judgment Day
It makes
appeared
you
on
feel-
Raw and
feel
confronted
dopey,
Edge
but it
and Beth
happens.
Phoenix. Damian Priest was trying to say he was going to enter the Elimination Chamber, but got his premium live events mixed up.
Tonight, after Dawkins gets cooked, and I enter the money. Sorry, this guy got me so flustered right now.
Hey, I'm mine too. Don't worry, I'm mine too.
Ironically, Damian Priest not only entered Money in the Bank later in the year, but he also won it.
and he ended up, as we saw, as a champion. Yeah, Damien. We all know Damien was not the smoothest on the mic, but he's gotten better and better and better, and he's certainly considered good enough to hold one of the top belts.
Beth
So
Phoenix, on the other hand, shouldn't have won this next match. At the 2023 Elimination Chamber, Edge and his wife, Beth Phoenix, took on Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. Ripley knocked Edge out with a pair of brass knucks, allowing Finn to go for the pin. Beth came to her husband's aid, and while she did keep the match alive, her save didn't go to plan.
Finn into the cover for the win. Oh, and not quite. Beth
oh boy.
Speaking of Judgment Day,
Yeah, that was just a little off timed. she must have been crapping herself though, because you get to that point where you realize, oh, I'm not gonna make it.
I guess Bailey is now part of the group too.
Representing the Judgment Day, Bailey!
I've got no words. Just watch this next clip.
364 days in the year, we can hate each other. But at the War Games, I need you.
To be fair, this guy was just doing his job. Following Bray Wyatt's return and the
Whoa,
appearance
what
of, to
was
be
that?
fair, this
What happened there?
War Games.
I'm lost. Hi. Who you?
I need you.
To be fair, this guy was just doing his job. Following Bray Wyatt's return and the appearance of Uncle Howdy in late 2022, Alexa Bliss started being haunted by the two. On the first Raw,
I like that angle.
Bliss
Did you guys?
was competing in a match against Bianca Belair. The two ended up next to the barricade where a man wearing an Uncle Howdy mask was sitting. The masked man distracted Alexa, which led to her getting disqualified and losing the match. This was all part of the script. However, a security guard sitting nearby did not know that.
He didn't know
the
it.
man wearing the Uncle Howdy mask was just a creepy fan getting too close to the female wrestlers. He quickly figured out it was all part of the show and went away.
Yeah, I was gonna say get lost, bro. That's okay. That's a tough spot. We saw the female security guard trying to bum rush Gronk out of center stage too. So yeah, I guess it can happen. I like that whole angle with Alexa and, of course, with Bray.
This production member, on the other hand, really needs to
Everything
watch
Bray
where he's
Wyatt did was
going.
entertaining.
We're going to be in California for no mercy, as thank you for walking in front of the on camera. They're trying to take our screen time.
Here's some quick advice. If Braun Strowman offers to be your tag team partner, do not accept it. Why? Well, just take a look at what happened to Ricochet.
The explosive Ricochet. Oh, goodness.
In the lead up to the WrestleMania 39,
So, okay, so I'm assuming he was supposed to throw him on, who was that, Ibar? Whoever. He's supposed to throw him on him, and they were just out of sync.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah, he was
in the
running
lead up
in to
the
make a
WrestleMania
catch.
39
Whoops.
match, Brock Lesnar and Omos figuratively and literally bumped into each other. However, both men ran into a bit of difficulty. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for Seth
Again,
Rollins, consider getting
shit
him
that
a new
happens.
pair of pants. 2 nights after Night of Champions, Rollins kicked off
I
Monday
mean,
Night Raw.
there are some botches that you're like, oh, there was a lot of bad ideas that happened prior to the botch itself, and then there are times where things just go a little goofy.
As he's
Happens
making
to
his
everybody.
entrance, the new World Heavyweight Champion ripped his pants. The wardrobe malfunction became more and more noticeable to the point where Seth had to address it.
Make it official. Yeah. So Seth can change his pants or rip. I do need to change my pants. Probably should.
Now that's how. See, again, that's how you go about things. That's when things go wrong. The best thing to do is embrace the wrongness.
Seth Rollins wasn't the only
was good.
WWE wrestler who had to deal with a wardrobe malfunction in 2023. At SummerSlam, Asuka defended the WWE Women's Championship against Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. The match was so physical that Charlotte's top began to fall off. It was so bad that the Queen had to stop wrestling for a moment and have the referee help her get her gear back up.
Oh, yikes, I know.
Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on who you are, Charlotte did not accidentally flash the crowd. On an episode of SmackDown,
I think Charlotte's had a couple of malfunctions with wardrobe malfunctions. No, yeah. I mean, she's trying to hold a lot in there.
Sheamus and LA Knight were trying to elevate their match, but it didn't work out.
The ropes.
Oh, okay.
With Sheamus, and there are bodies falling everywhere.
Isla Dawn did not start 2020.
That's actually when something goes that wrong. That's what you do. You just fall out of the move. You can at least sell the fall. Yeah, that was, again, that falls in the category again of sometimes things like that's going to happen. You're doing stuff like that. You're working on the ropes. You're always in wrestling. You're always working on just a fine edge. It doesn't take much to slip off that edge.
On the right foot. The Scottish wrestler took on Alba Fire in an extreme resolution match that went all over the arena. At one point, Isla put her opponent on a table and was gonna smash her through it, but that's not quite what happened.
Uh-oh, what did happen?
Sunglasses
Oh,
are cool as long as you have a way to get rid of them.
looks like she came out of that fine though. She rolled right through the table, not breaking, because I've told you guys before, when a table or the announce table, whatever it is, doesn't
Smash
break
you
and you
through
take
it,
a flat
but
bump
that's
on it,
not
that
quite what
hurts.
happened.
But she looks like she rolls right through it. No, yeah.
Sunglasses are
Wasn't
cool
fun, but
as
she
long as
looks
you
like
have
she
a
was
way to
fine.
get rid of them. Lexis King could not achieve that last part. On NXT, Kane interrupted a confrontation between Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
right.
Lexis tried to put away his shades, but his pocket wasn't working, so he had to improvise.
Yeah,
The
chuckle.
2023 WWE draft was special, as it had WWE legends on hand to make the draft announcements. Rob Van Dam was one such legend, but I think RVD might have smoked a few backstage because he was reading his cards
RVD?
upside down.
No.
Raw selects Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci.
I mean, that's honestly pretty impressive. Although, to be fair to Van Dam, Eric Bischoff sounded like he was drunk.
And Raw select.
Eric, I don't know. Sometimes when you listen to Eric Bischoff interviews, sometimes it'd be hard to determine if he was drunk.
Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, and the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
Now, to see the best and worst of WWE in 2023,
Yeah, I'm not-
watch this playlist.
I'm not going to accuse anybody because I don't know what was up there, but it sounded like it certainly sounded as someone who might be just a tiny bit impaired.